Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's Tim and Christina for Living with MS in Tenerife. Christina decided to come with me today. So we're back in La Navaja, which is the Razor, in the Rosa Center in Playa Paraíso. And Christina's with me today.
Yeah.
And she's got a cocktail. One of these cocktails here. I don't know what it is, but it's some sort of San Francisco, it says. What's in it?
I don't really say orange and
Other stuff.
other stuff.
Orange and other stuff. And I have a Cruzcampo Gran Reserva. I decided to get a small one today because they're very expensive. Oh, not bad actually. This is $2.80, but it's a very nice beer, and I'm only going to have a couple. So, that's really good. So what we got for you today? I got a cooking one, doing the ribs. I got a pigeon flying off the balcony from my live on Facebook the other day. Oh, if you're not following us on Facebook, you can go to LWMST and search that on Facebook. We have a page there. Don't bother friending me on Facebook because I usually just post political crap and really weird stuff. So don't friend me personally. But go to the page if you're interested in Tenerife.
You might not like him anymore.
They might find out who I really am, right? Yeah, no. Don't do that. It's family and people I've met. So if I've met you, you can friend me if you like, but I have some really weird politics and humour, so there you go. A guy juggling with balls and stuff. With balls even, with balls. So we are live today. We are expecting a guest, but he hasn't arrived yet, but I think I can see him coming from the distance. Let's just swing this round.
Hello.
Christina, what a pleasure to meet you. Hi, lovely to see you.
See you guys.
Let's move in.
Come on, dude.
Lovely to meet you, finally.
There you go. That's all right. I'll set your chair up there. You're in perfect position there.
Good. Are you live already?
We're live already, yeah. 5:55.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good afternoon. Is it dark in England now?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I've only got the one mic today. I was going to put the big mic up. It will catch you, but it'll be pretty faint. But
I'll project.
when I'm talking to you, I'll put it over there. So I'll just swing it back to us. There you go. This is Ian from, where are you from, Ian?
Eastbourne.
Eastbourne.
East Sussex. And you had some friends here, was it a week or so ago, from Crowborough, which really isn't too
far?
Too far from
Okay.
Eastbourne.
So we'll get to Ian in a minute. And so as I just was saying, we're out here on the deck. I'm actually going to show you this. Let me just do this and swing you around here. So this is where we are on this beautiful deck outside a bar called La Navaja, which means razor, which doesn't only mean the razor for doing your beard, but also the razor shell. So basically the navaja is the cutthroat razor. And here is the, for those of you who didn't see last time, here's the banana plantation. And this banana plantation basically splits the two villages of Cayo Salvaje, which is over there, and Playa Paraíso, which we're in. Down there is Arco Iris, or the what's it called? The Arco Iris is rainbow. And then down here is all sort of residential area. Then we have the Rui or the Rio, I can never remember which one it is, on the corner there, and Playa Paraíso behind me. Cool dude. And up on the hill, you can usually see the Teddy up there. Next door is a pizza place, but this is a very nice place, very posh, very posh. And we're outside. There is music outside, but basically it's elevator music, so we should be okay today. Inside is the pop music, so I can't go inside. There you go. So let's see how many of you are online. So we got 166 people online right now. Raimundo back with the first again, hi. But he took it away. Oh, why did he take that away? I think I saw it earlier. It was to do with love and liver. There you go. Where are you going tonight, Tim? I think I just did that. Hi, Tim. That was John Patton, Barry Green. Hope you're both well. Yes. Gary Payne, evening. Craig Andrews, evening. Roger Channing, hi, Tim. Wish we were still in. I know. Richard Sonsol told Tim. Elizabeth Daly, Tim and Christina greetings from Liverpool. Bet and Ged. Mark Hawley, hello Tim. Keith Blaney, hi Keith. I really like the way that you interact with us on Facebook, and I know you like Christina's smile, so she's going to smile just for Keith now. There you go, that's Keith's smile. And when you were looking at your watch the other day, and put your nasty face on when I'm late.
Yeah.
Just to,
It was just for fun.
you got to do it again so he knows you can do it without being nasty. There you go. That's the nasty face. I love the way you do everything. I tell you. She's lovely. She gives a kiss. Okay, and Mahama is there. Hey, Mahama, this is my son-in-law's brother. So what is he? He's my nephew-in-law. No, I don't know what you are. You're a good mate, Mahama. We've never met, but I hope to meet you one day. So don't forget, save your pennies up, your CDs up, and come and visit us over in Tenerife. And Mahama Kasimu. Happy to watch you guys. Yep, thank you. Anthony Martino, hi from Long Island, New York. New York. I spent a week and a half in New York, I think. When I met Christina, I'd already booked to go to America for 6 weeks. So I went on my own and left her moving into our new flat with no heating in the middle of winter.
When it started.
No kitchen. And then when the heating came on, we found out it had asbestos in it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to tell you those stories one of these days. Oh, God. Remind me to tell the story about me going to America while Christina's moving in. But it was a happy ending, so it's a happy ending. The 6 weeks. Don't tell him, don't tell him. We've got to build a little bit of mystery, you know. She just blabs it out, Jill Gardner, Sharon Bamber. I know that I came back, but there's a special thing, isn't there?
Yeah, didn't tell that.
Didn't tell that. You were going to have to tell them to come out because they won't come out if you want a drink or something.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, Sharon, Bob, Joy, Tracy, Jill, Carlos. Hey, Carlos Vallejo. Carlos, he's also in New York, I believe. Or, yeah, I think you're in New York. And hello, my dear friends. Happy to see you. Cheers from New York City. Yeah, New York City. There you go. So, Carlos, thank you for coming in. I know that sometimes you miss us because it's really weird times, isn't it? You know? I think it's lunchtime there, is it? And but thanks for joining us, and thank you for all your support. Carlos is a very good guy. Sharon's there. Hi, Tim. Hope you and Chris are both. Okay, this is mostly 10 minutes before going out to eat. We'll finish watching later. Tina, okay, enjoy yourself. And bon appetito, as I say, or buen provecho in Spanish. Did you want something?
Yes, indeed. ¿Un
Una caña, pero un poco tiempo.
Me espero un poquito.
Sí, sí.
How was my Spanish? Was it passable? It was okay.
Excellent. Café con leche.
Ordering coffee, I can do.
Café con leche. Not dark yet, says Bob. Hi, Tim and Christina. Hi, Tim. Okay, I'm going to whiz past. Okay, I'll read the long one. So if you type long, I'll read it. If you're just saying hi from, then I'll skip past you. But I'll come back to them later. Coming to Puerto de Santiago in January. Anthony Davis is a lovely place, and it's only about 15 minutes away from here. So you can get the bus, the 471, will bring you to this village, or bring you to our village, then you can walk over, get the 473, sorry, 473. 471 comes to this village, but it doesn't go that way, it only goes between the port and what have you. Better view than mine in Sheffield, says Tina. Lynn Rowlands, hope you're well, and Christina. Andrew Boyer, Bob Barrows, Wendy Little, nice to see you in your neighbourhood. Nice to see you in your neighbourhood yesterday. Hi, Christine. Wendy Liddy. Wendy says hi.
Hi.
Gary Devonport, Lee Shaw, Lynn Rowlands again. Oh, that was when we were kissing because she said, oh, so sweet. It's when she beats me, that's the other thing. Hi, Tim and Christina. Okay, so I'm way behind on all these things. Came over to your channel when MacMaster spoke. You love all you're doing. Good to hearing about Tenerife. Spent many holidays there. Claire Johnson, hey, welcome to the channel, Claire. And Brian says, hi, you doing? Blah, 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 blah. What is it? Hi, you doing? Can you say hi to my wife, Lynn, please, from St. Helens? Brian Harrison and his wife, Lynn, from St. Helens. Hi from me.
And from me too.
Okay, we're coming into the end. Supposed to go home. It's much safer here. Decided to get another week. Robin McGuinness is staying here. Okay, cool. Sat in the Breeze Bar in Las Vistas with a cold beer. Well, if you let me know earlier where you're going to be, either on a Tuesday or a Thursday, or on Monday, actually, Christina and I are going to try and get into, I can't remember now, Paradise Park,
Okay.
which is up by the Paracela, I think it is. I think it is Paracela Centre in Los Cristianos. So if you're stood looking at the bus stop and you walk away from Los Cristianos up that side street towards Harriet's Tea Room, basically, you get to the end of that street and on the left that's fine. Okay, Carl, moving back to Tenerife soon. Yeah, Carlos is moving here. That's why because his dad's here. How is your dad anyway? I don't do it here. We'll talk later, differently. But love to your dad. Just joined. Where are you? Hi, Ian. We're in Playa Paraíso. If you watched me the Friday before last, I was here in Navaja, which is the razor. So I'm back here again because the beer's so good and Christina hadn't been. So Roger Channing, it's also Cobra. Roger Channing it was.
Indeed.
Yeah. And Lieutenant Columbo's Glass Eye, I'm delighted to announce I've just discovered a chili con carne that I'll enjoy the live stream. Cool. And Sonic El Prox says hi. Hi, Sonic. Okay, I'm going to read these later. I got some stuff for you. So I got a little bit of weather. I got a little bit of COVID. We have a guest, Ian. Just switch him round there. Give us a wave, Ian. We'll talk to you in a minute. And back to us. And I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little videos that I want to show because Friday is supposed to be my relaxing day where I don't have to do a lot of performing, where I just sort of introduce the video and play it and then I have a drink, you see. So we'll do that right now, in fact. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the shortest one, which is the pigeon. And those of you who are on Facebook, sometimes I do an ad hoc Facebook live. And this ad hoc Facebook live last time, right at the end of it, a pigeon jumps on the back of the balcony and wouldn't go away. So I'm going to play this for you. There's no sound, so I'm going to have to commentary. I've got to do the commentary live, but enjoy yourself. Here you go. So here we are. I've just finished the live. I'm outside on my deck, and this pigeon came and sat behind me, and he's just preening himself or herself. Anybody knows whether it's male or female, let me know in the comments, please. Or write it on the back of a €50 note and send it to P.O. Box Tim Dow, Tenerife. And then I said, well, if I get up, you're going to fly away, aren't you? And he went, no, I won't. And then I got up and he flew away. I might have been imagining him talking, actually. Imagining him talking. I got another one for you. It's a short one, but those of you who follow us regularly on Balcony Banter, Juliani and Mum were there, and we did the Balcony Banter before dinner, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I promised you all I would show you the rouladen that we had, and so here is the rouladen that we had. It was very, very nice. That's 3 scoops of mashed potato, 1 rolled piece of beef, which has got bacon and gherkin in it and mustard, and that's stewed red cabbage, not the pickled stuff, with apples. The governor, of course, Christina there in the corner, a nice wine, the governor. Raimundo turned me onto that. It was very good. Thank you very much, Raimundo. And
I
Pat.
like the governor more than the second one.
You did?
What was the second
The second one was the cheap one that we have from Mercadona, Con Portillo. No, Los Molinos. Los Molinos. No, it wasn't actually. No, I think it was the Crianza from the one that Giuliani brought. I think it was that one. I'll have to check, but I'm not too sure. But the governor is quite strong, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
It's quite strong. So, where are we now? Oh, we're at me. Here we go. Let's do a little bit of weather. So we got the weather. There's going to be plenty of weather in the next few days. Here's a fog warning. And as you can see, it's sunny all week. There's going to be clouds on Sunday, they say, And then next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, something's coming in. We don't know what it is, but it says Sunday there's not going to be much sun. But as you know by now, this is just a what's a voorslag in English?
Uh,
A recommendation.
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, they can usually tell 2 days ahead what it's going to be like on this app, but they're usually sort of guessing on the rest of the time. Let's go back to that. So as you can see, it's 27 degrees here in the shade. Christina's actually in the sun. I've actually had to move this brolly about 4 times.
Quite heavy, isn't it?
It is quite heavy, but I'm a strong man. Don't worry. So we got this brolly over here that was right next to the table. Here we go. This brolly was right next to the table, and I've had to move it all the way out now so that the sun doesn't get us. But obviously the world is changing. The world is moving. So, yes. So let's just go through and do the COVID update for you guys. So I'm going to pick this up because I can read it better. And turn my thing up like that. And I'm going to do the B COVID update. Da, da, da. Okay, so here we are. We're on the whole of the Canary Islands. We've got 6,668 active cases. And if you can move over to this one, this was the development of the cases over the whole of the pandemic. And as you can see, our second pandemic is basically twice as big as the original one, although not as lethal, as they say. If we zoom into August, September there, you'll see we are on the downslope in the Canary Islands as a total. And my beer has just arrived. Muchas gracias, señor. Which I'm just going to quickly show you because it is a really nice Cruz Campo. Oh well, that's really good. So back to COVID. There we go. Yeah, you can see we're on the downward slope in the whole of the Canary Islands. If we zoom in now to Tenerife, then you can see we got 2,643, which is slightly higher than it was yesterday when I did this on Lee's channel. Hi Lee, if you're watching, and Andrew, if you're watching, and Andrew's dad, who likes my voice. And hope to meet you one day, Andrew's dad. Paul, isn't it? Yeah, Paul. And this is the developments in Tenerife. So as you can see, we're about the same. We've got a couple of big spikes there, and I went in to look at those, and those spikes are all in La Laguna and Santa Cruz. And the first one was like over 100 people getting infected in one day, and the same again yesterday. So I don't know what's happening there, guys. You've really just got to pull yourselves together, I think, and don't put yourself in risky situations for the rest of us. But looking at the municipalities, you can see that Adeje has actually gone down. We were in the mid-60s yesterday. We've gone down. Arona's gone up slightly, so Los Cristianos and Las Americas has gone up slightly. But as you can see, the forerunners at the moment are Santa Cruz and La Laguna, followed by the next one is Granadilla de Abona, which is only 75. So 1,200, 736. It's a factor of 10 for the next one. So if you're looking at it in percentage-wise, here in the south, it's just over 1% of the people are affected at the moment. So that's not too bad. You got more chance of me buying around than catching COVID here. So let's go back to me. And before I show the next video, we're going to bring Ian in. So I don't know how I'm going to do this with the I do have my other microphone there, but I don't know whether I can do a hot swap.
Right, just move around a little.
No, because then I won't be able to get you in, because you're on this camera, you see. But it's okay because I can stick it in like this. So.
And I'll lean forward a little bit as well.
That's fine.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, we're going to bring on combined. Whoa, there we go. I'm going to take off the COVID overlay. And here is Ian
Harvey From
Ian
Eastbourne.
Hart from Eastbourne.
In East Sussex. Now I can only see you here.
You can only see me. You can't see yourself, I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
that's quite nice. Actually, I was quite enjoying that. You see, I dressed up for the occasion tonight.
Okay,
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars. Star Wars fan.
Showing my age. Showing my age there. I was 10 when Star Wars came out. 50p it cost.
50 pence.
The local
okay.
cinema.
So I hope you can all hear me, hear him and us. Give us a shout if the sound's okay. Okay, come on everybody, give me a thumbs up please. Hello Tim. 213 people watching. I've got 243 now, so that's good. We like doing it for you guys, and you're at a manageable size that we can recognise the names and we don't have idiots coming in and that type of stuff. So we like it like this. In fact, if I went up as high as Lee or I got into the thousands of followers, then it would be too much for me to handle, I think, to interact with you all. So what I would do then is I'd do some sort of club where you can join the club, and then only the diehards would be in there. So no, it says fine. So everybody can hear everything.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Excellent.
So Ian, you contacted me online, and you were asking about Christina's eyesight.
Indeed.
Because you had one of these 360-degree Oculus things.
Absolutely.
And you said I'll bring it over, and I answered. I said, "Oh, thanks very much. Don't go to any trouble, because we really don't want people to go any trouble of bringing stuff over." As one guy brought 3-4 bottles of wine over. Some other people are bringing. So Lee always brings us the bitter lemon, which we can now get here.
Okay.
Yeah. So thanks for that. So basically, when we try and put people off bringing us stuff over, and also with the COVID now, for people you don't know, it's like stuff you don't really want to be touching.
Absolutely.
Stuff that's just arrived from a hotbed.
Yeah.
So, but you came over and you found us yesterday in Little Germany.
Completely interrupted your meal.
You did not interrupt at all, and that's why we asked you to sit down. You looked and sounded like a good guy, and he brought me to try, or for Christina, these Oculus 360-degree things.
Now, I can guarantee no one's touched that for months and months.
No, I understand.
So
I looked at it last night, and Christina had a look in it, and because of her eyesight, she can't see anything.
No, okay.
So it was a great idea because it was perfect for me. I saw I didn't get anywhere because I couldn't connect it to my Wi-Fi.
Okay.
But I did see the original picture with
the home screen, whatever I've got at the moment.
What's
I say it's been
the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
It was lovely, the Grand Canyon. I really enjoyed that. And then I tried looking at stuff, but there's nothing I could press or stuff. I think the battery might be dead in the remote.
I've done really well, haven't I?
No. But as I said, it was for Christina anyway, and she tried it, and she says, I can see lights, but I can't actually see any details.
Okay.
So thank you very much. I'm going to give you that back.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
And we really do like it when people do things like that. But please don't bring stuff over for us. Okay. So Ian is going to be the last guy to bring stuff over.
That's
Thank
absolutely.
you very much. We'd rather just have your company with a coffee or a beer or something. So from the question I always ask people is, why Tenerife? What made you come here, and when did you come first?
Oh, I've been in the fortunate position to have friends who found an apartment here about 8 years ago. I think late 2012 they bought it, just around the corner.
Okay.
Here, so and they're really good friends, and I'm able to come across to stay about 3 times a year. It's just a lovely island. It's
Cool.
nice
Do they stay here all the time, or do they travel with you?
No, they work in England, or they get over here as much as they possibly can.
Okay.
So yeah, so I usually come over with them as and when I can, and it's such a lovely resort. If anyone's been to Playa Paraiso, you see how much it's changing at the moment since the Hard Rock Hotel. It was quite a quiet little village really, but it's burgeoning now. You see this Rosa Centre now. This has only been here maybe
a year and a half, maybe.
Yeah, something like
I think
that.
it was.
So
I think it was the March 2019. I think it opened.
Mm-hmm.
But there wasn't a lot of stuff in it, and as you can see, not all of the units have been taken up.
Yep.
That one on the corner there behind you, that's going to be a great bar when it opens, but nobody's taken it yet. Mainly probably because the rent's going to be too much. for the amount of customers we can get today. Got a Burger King on the end, a pizza joint here. We got the Navaja in the bottom, just in front of the supermarket, which is a Hipadino. There's a little iced cafe where you can stop and have a coffee and what have you, and they serve alcohol as well. And then the rest is sort of outlet stores. You know, it's not your typical stuff, not Berkshire and all that stuff. There's some good kiddies clothes stores, a couple of telephone places and stuff like that. So it's nice to come in an afternoon and have a bumble around. 3 floors of shopping and underground car park, which is free. And the 471 comes directly here, or the 473 from the other end will park at the roundabout in Cayo Salvaje, and you can just walk through the banana plantation. So you get off the bus at the end of the roundabout, and not the big roundabout in the village, but if you on the way out, if you like, then you just carry straight on up the banana plantation. It's a little bit, there's no pavement, so it's a little bit hair raising if people are screaming around there in cars, but it's got better. In fact, they've just put lighting on the thing as well. So you've been here, coming here for 8 years. You've seen the development of Playa Paraíso.
Absolutely.
It's Playa, because that's beach.
Playa Beach,
and Paraíso because there's a little thing on the eye.
Yeah, absolutely.
And our village by the local British immigrants is called Cayo Salvaje. And if you look at it, it's even Calio's wrong, because it's Callao. So it will be Calao, if anything. But the double L is actually pronounced Y, so Callao. And then Salvaje with the V, actually the V is pronounced a B. So I know it's complicated, but as long as you know double L is a Y and V is a B, and everything else is the letter that it is, then you can usually speak Spanish pretty good. But Playa Paraíso is easier to say than Playa Paraíso.
Every time I try and say Cayo Salvaje, it comes out differently every time, but it's
Cayo
the general
Salvaje,
gist of
Cayo.
it. Cayo.
I mean, I learned German like a parrot, so I can't write German. I still can't write after 25 years, because I worked in English when I was working there.
You're quite good writing.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's only because it corrects me in the computer. I sort of like speak Bavarian.
Yeah.
That would be another thing. When my friends bought the apartment, we started having Spanish lessons. But for anyone who hasn't been to Tenerife before, the indigenous population speaks such fantastic English. It really isn't that necessary to learn the language, because they speak better English.
But that's not an excuse to not learn.
But yeah, absolutely. It's nice to know the basics. Yeah, the pleases and thank yous.
And I always say this, and I'm not paid to say this, but I always do recommend Spanish with Paul. Go to YouTube, Spanish with Paul. His name's Paul, which is good because his channel's called that. And take the 10 free lessons. If you like his style, do the paid one. I think it's $99 at half price. And if you're interested, I'll get you a half price coupon. And he's also got a vocabulary course up and a comprehension course up. So that's a bit more, that's more money, but once you're in the system, and I really, really, really do recommend this guy, because he starts off with I want, I need, and not hello, how are you? Anyway, enough unpaid adverts for Spanish Report. I just want to get more people speaking a foreign language. And you can actually do it, the two of you at home. So you buy one license, you watch it together, and then just have a day or a room where you actually speak Spanish, and just use a Spanish word when you can, which is good. Okay, we'll have a quick pause from you, Ian. Actually, I'm just going to switch now because this was losing packets, but there you go. So what I'm actually going to do now is play another video, and this video is a trip to the El Galeon Hipadino, which is bigger than a Superdino. Okay, this might be quite boring, but we'll see. Okay, so this is the underground car park, not here, but in El Galeon. And Christina's going to be going to the lift now. I've just seen we've got loads of people coming online. We've got 247 people, and we've just had some donations as well. So whilst you're watching that, I'd like to say thank you to John Barrow, who's donated. Anthony Petty has donated. And thank you, Anthony, because I saw you donate yesterday and also in PayPal. So thank you very, very much. Hi, guys. Both looking cool. There's a drink for the good wife and something for Tim to pop to Matland and get a new shirt. You know, I got about 10 of these yellow ones. So, and also John Barrow. What, again? Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. He spelt your name with an A, and then he sent you another £5, £5, because he said it changed it to Christina. The spell checker changed it to Christina. Thank you very, very much, John. Thank you.
Thank you.
So here we are. We park in the underground car park and get the elevator up. You're on the hat cam there. Let me just get this thing back so you can hear me a little bit better. So there used to be you had to wear gloves in the supermarket, but now they just want you to sanitize your hands before you go in and just wear gloves if you're touching something. So this supermarket's quite good because it's got lots of German beer, it's got fresh fruits, fresh meat and fresh fish. So basically you can get everything you want, but what Christina goes to this supermarket for is they've got a large range of aloe vera products, right? Which is not touristy prices, so they're actually normal prices. So you can go and get your aloe vera fix by jumping in there. And also they've got a larger range of shampoos and stuff, haven't they? Yeah. And as you all know, I have to have special shampoo for mine. I think it's called Glean or something like that. Oh, Glean. Spit and Polish, it's called, Spolish. So this is Christina picking out her, this is her picking out her face cream. And she says, which one should I get? And then she ended up getting the one for over 55s, didn't you? There you go. You did, over 55s, I can see it there.
Okay, for age over 55.
For age over 55, yeah? Not kilos.
Not euros.
Oh, not euros, okay. She could have got one for €55, but she decided to go for the cheap one there, which is pretty good. So you can get all your face creams here, and they're not bad actually. In fact, if you can see the prices there, let me know in the comments if it's reasonable. This is the big selection of aloe vera. Oh, I actually cut that, so you probably didn't see a lot of that one. We're coming up to the what's it called now, my shampoos, and she makes me read everything, because she can't see a bloody thing, and here's me in the middle of the supermarket just reading them out, and people think I'm just daft, you know, because she'll go somewhere else and I'm still reading them out.
No, that's
she will. Good. She will. She misses. She goes away. Wash and go bowling ball cleaner, says Ralph Ninja. Thank you very much. Thank you, John Barr, for supporting Tim Christina. So generous. John is. Bob says, you must have used Wash and Go because it went. The shampoo is designed for those with wavy hair, waving goodbye. I keep forgetting to ask, but if you are online, we've got 261 people watching at the moment. If you're enjoying the channel, don't forget to give us a thumbs up on this video, and then it'll push it out later to other people so they can watch. And also, I've looked in my analytics, and it tells me that 58% of you guys watching are not subscribed. Now, somebody else contacted me and said that maybe they think subscribe means you got to pay. And with YouTube, you can watch for nothing without logging in. But if you do log in, then you can subscribe to the channel and it'll let you know. Now, I know people don't like putting their own emails up there sometimes. So what I recommend you do is go to gmail.com and get yourself a throwaway Gmail address. So call it like Ian watching Tim and Chris at gmail.com, and just use that for logging into YouTube, and then you can subscribe to the channel, and it not only give you the opportunity to see what we're doing, but you can also interact with us, so that's really cool. So if you could do that, and then we get more people, and the actual more people we get subscribed, the more our videos will be pushed out to people who are unsubscribed, which isn't too bad at the moment. Lee Shaw, thank you very, very much for the donation there. I know you're missing Tenerife and my company. Well, actually, Christina's company, you know, because she's the star of the show. So here we go. What are we doing now? Well, we're at the fruit now. We're near at the end. We got some really good fruit. We actually got a quarter of a watermelon, didn't we? Which we've had for breakfast. That was really good. That was really good. And here we go. And there was one fruit right at the end that I didn't know what it was. It's got white with black dots in it. Do you know what that one is? It's got a red skin, but it's white flesh with black dots in it. So that was the end of that one. We'll zoom back to us now. Here we go. Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
Yes.
Christina's still hugging her original. Oh, and I hope you enjoyed that. I'd like to thank you personally, looking in the camera now, for all of those people that subscribed, and also those people that donated to the channel. Thank you very, very much. We do appreciate everything that you do for us, and it helps us do things like this. Been looking at Tenerife deals. Can you, if I can get out, we'll try next month, Gordon Squire says. You know, I was with Lee yesterday in Little Germany, and he was mentioning that, you know, get a flight, get an EasyJet flight or a Ryanair flight, because they're dirt cheap at the moment, and just come and get your own place. And then Kirsten, who owns the Little Germany, was sat behind us, always working behind us, obviously. And she says she's got friends that are dying for people to come because their places are empty at the moment. So she's got 13 flats around the south of the island, including here, that are free at the moment. In fact, one Belgian couple has got a villa up in Arminimi with a granny flat attached to it that they're now thinking of selling because there's nobody renting it. So if you are into coming over on self-catering, you're just going to go out for breakfast, you know, go for a swim in the private pool or in the communal pool, then you're going to go out for lunch, and then you're going to go out for dinner. So it's not really self-catering, is it? Maybe they won't change the sheets every day, but or whatever. But yeah, you can do that. So get in touch with Kirsten at Little Germany. You can get in touch with her on Facebook, or you can go to Little Germany's website. I'm not sure what that is. I will check. I'll put it in the description later, or just send me an email by going to www.timothydowd.com and go to the contact page. Whilst you're there, there's also a little support button if you want to go to PayPal and send us money directly. That is also an option, and we thank everybody that has done that. And you can also listen to the ends of the podcast. They're winding down now because unfortunately I've decided not to do podcasts anymore. It's too much work on a Sunday, and also the information that I put in it was also in these as well, so it was like double trouble. For those of you who are saying, oh, it's a shame because I like listening to it, what I was thinking of doing was just editing the audio from the lives and doing that. But even that is another like 2 hours work for me. There's this fly that's annoying me now, and I'm going to get it. So are you ready? Can you just lift your glass up slightly slowly? I missed him. I'm usually pretty good at that. I scared him though.
He's back to the beer.
I'm going to get him in a minute. Actually, I should let him live because, you know, cheeky little bugger, but I should let him live. Live and let live, as I say. I just don't want him going on dog poo and then sitting on my glass. Right, let's get back to Ian. What's the next question we're going to ask you? We don't know. Combine. Ian, you are now live. I'm going to put this on here again. There you go. So the microphone's on my...
Might be a fly deterrent now.
A fly deterrent, yeah. Probably not. So you've been here 8 years. Off and on 2 or 3 times a year for 8 years.
Yes, absolutely.
I notice you're alone. Have you got any significant other in your life at the moment?
No. I've had 3 dogs over the course of the last 11 years, but sadly no longer with me. But other than that, no. So I just come over with my friends and just get out and about in the island.
And because people are looking at you now and saying he's a cutie, are you looking for a relationship?
I'm quite happy as I am,
okay.
but I'm quite a romantic. So if it happens, it happens. It would be lovely.
Okay. So if anybody likes the look of this guy, then
I didn't know it was a dating site.
it is a dating service. He's got an Oculus.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias, señor. Do you want anything else?
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I've actually put the microphone on my glass. I'm just checking to see if we can hear you. It would be great
Okay.
to meet up with
Yeah.
you both when we get there. It says Gordon.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Big dark cloud behind you. What's the weather like today? I'll just answer that before we go ahead with Ian. The big cloud behind me is always there, basically. Well, not always, but when the air comes off the sea and it's full of moisture, as soon as it starts rising up the mountain, it's going to condense, and that's going to get into a cloud. So it's not really a rain cloud, it's just a condensed water cloud. So the weather is the same all the time on the coast.
The devil. The devil looking down at you.
It's the devil looking down at you. Are you sure there's no alcohol in that cocktail?
Yeah.
That's another nice thing with the island. If it is cloudy, probably like 90-95% of the time, if you drive up the volcanoes to tide, you drive through the clouds and you get the sunshine. So that's another bonus.
On top, right. We were discussing also yesterday, Ian, that you are also an avid walker.
I am
And,
indeed.
Would you say hiking also?
Oh, I got walking boots. I just go. I just drive out, walk out today. One of your commenters was saying Puerto Santiago coming there. I was there today.
Okay.
Might be handy for you guys to know that they're extending the footpath from Santiago all the way down to Alcala. It looks like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, doing some
Okay.
extensive work there.
Cool.
And also for those who do come to Tenerife regularly, it looks like they're expanding the motorway down at Santiago del Hidalgo, so you're going to have a whole motorway ringing the whole island to make the whole island more accessible for everybody.
So that'll give us quicker access to the north, Puerto de la Cruz, Icod, Garachico, all those places.
Yeah.
So because Christina and I don't go hiking for obvious reasons, can you give anybody a tip or a trick of where they should go if they're into that type of thing?
Oh goodness, there are so many places.
Pick two or three.
Okay, now the Windows. It's called the Windows of Guimar, Ventanas de Guimar. It is the most magnificent walk. You can find the directions to it. It's not signposts or anything. I'm sure the government here don't want you actually going there. And there's a big warning sign at the start saying, they prefer you not to do the walk. But it's about a 3-hour round trip. But it's basically the water channels that they've carved into the mountains, and they've cut out big holes in the side of the mountain to let light in to these water channels, and it's the most breathtaking one on the island. Also, there's the Masca Walk. I've got to look down there, haven't I? I keep looking at this one. Yeah. The Masca Walk, that's the most popular one on the island, although I think it's only accessible by boat now. I used to be able to go and park in Masca, which is a fantastic drive if anyone wants to go to Masca. It's the most incredible loopy mountain, scary drive ever. So yeah, used to be able to walk from the top down, but now I think you have to go to, say, Los Gigantes, get a boat, get to the shore, and then walk up through the barranco as such. So those are the two main ones. And there's another of the water channel ones at Punta del Hidalgo. It's you follow the channel right across the middle of the mountain. You just get spectacular views going down. There are so many walks. There's a YouTube site called Connoisseur Tenerife. A couple of lovely guys. They speak Spanish, but that's not important. And they show you all quirky places around the island that you wouldn't know about. So if you do come here more regularly and you want to see something different, then Connoisseur Tenerife, that's where I got a lot of my ideas from to get out and about on the island.
That's cool, thank you, Ian.
Is everyone just switched off now? You dropped down to like one viewer now.
We have gone
I was
up to
rambling.
264 people, so and they're still online. They're still chit chatting. They're chatting amongst themselves. Somebody was saying what about because of insurance? Somebody saying battle face, and the other one says I've never heard of battle face. I've never heard of battle face either, but there we go. Let me get the microphone back. Talking about microphones, I have a link that I'm going to put into the description. We're saving up for a new microphone. When I was first looking, I actually went and decided on the Zoom H5 because it's got 2 microphone inputs and a microphone capsule on top, and so I can speak into the microphone capsule and have 2 guests, or if I'm on my own I can use one of the microphones and Chris can use a microphone, and on Balcony Banter I can do the 3 microphones, so I'll use the capsule and Christina and Juliani would get a microphone each. And as you know, it's a self-funding channel, this, so it's all due to you guys, for people who donate plus the people who watch, because obviously there's a little advert sometimes before. I don't turn the monetization on the lives while we're live, so you don't have to watch an advert to come in and watch these. But if you watch it afterwards, there might be a little advert that you'll see, and Google pays a pittance for that. So all that goes into the kit and stuff. But I've got this PayPal link that you can go in and you can donate specifically for the new microphone. Fortunately or unfortunately, they've brought a new one out, and I'm really excited about the new one, but it's totally more money. But what I've decided to do is to get the one I originally was going for, and then eventually I'm going to get a little bit of cash in March from the company, because I was 60, and so they're going to pay me a little pension, and I get a little sum in March. So that'll pay for some upgrades of my kit anyway, which I'll do for that. And also for Christina, she gets a new wheelchair, and we're going to change the bathroom slightly. So there's a lot going on in April, May, June next year. But I'm going to go for the mixing desk there. It's called the Zoom P8, if you want to look for that. Zoom NA, I think it's Zoom, not Zoom the thing, but Zoom NA. And that looks really cool. That really does look cool. But it's all gimmick, really. It's all gimmick. Christina says I don't need all this because I've got this mic. But I'd like to give everybody a mic. And
once he needs it, he won't find it.
So, but basically, I usually enjoy myself looking, more than buying. Yeah, I haven't bought anything in a long time. Okay, let's look at the things. So they're still talking about insurance here. Avanti. Okay, I have existing sand had to shield this year pending more procedures. Gordon and Bob don't know GS, get a quote. They're just talking amongst themselves. I'm going to cut to another video. What else have I got to show you? Oh, there we go. So we've seen the... I'll show you this one. This was where we were on Monday, before Roger and Christine came. This was our approach to the Sun King. As you can see, on Monday it was pretty dark, and it was getting ready for the Tuesday rain, which actually never happened. And
it rained in the night.
It did rain in the night, yeah. So you can see the guy out front there. He's actually the boss doing his own PR, so that's how bad it is at the moment. And as soon as he saw me, he got these people and says, come on, there's going to be a magic show, because this is the place I would do my magic show. And I had to tell him I didn't have any magic with me, and that we were going to be customers today. So, but they weren't disappointed. And the waitress there, you can see just walking out, she says, oh, you're the guy, I follow you on Facebook, and I've seen you on YouTube. I said, oh, great. The guys behind me, I did ask them whether they would mind being on the channel, and they said they don't mind at all. But after I started talking, I think they probably ended up not wanting to be on it. But they were a nice couple, and they did say goodbye afterwards. Oh, look away now if you get dizzy. Sorry, Raimundo, I need. Well, this is not too bad today because I need to swim around. I'm saying it's a grey day today. There you go. And Chucky's was open, I believe. Okay, that's the freeze frame there. Back to us. What's happening here? Oh, I got network latency for 11. 11 is my iPhone there, and it says there's network latency, but it's only 8 milliseconds. Won't even notice it. 8 milliseconds. As you can see, the sun's coming down. We're getting a bit more in the sun now, but it's not too strong tonight, is it?
Oh,
so we're okay. I used cream dine.
oh.
Me neither. We didn't put cream on today, so Let's turn this off and let's go back to splitting the screen with Ian. Ian, you're back online there?
Again, I'm looking at the right camera.
You're looking at the right camera, there you go. I've got the microphone here, but people are still... Oh, let me have a drink before I put on the glass. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Yes.
Do you drink alcohol? Well, you do, of course.
I do, yeah. I had a couple last night, but I'd keep a clear head though.
Yeah, because you're driving, I suppose.
It's not slurp. No, I walk down here. It's like a brisk half-hour walk. But I'm heading off. Friends are coming to pick me up, and we're whisking off to the north of the island.
Where are you going tonight?
We're going to Decathlon. It's the sports store.
Decathlon.
I've got to look down there. Decathlon, a huge sports store up outside La Laguna.
Okay.
So
the hotbed of COVID.
I know. We're going to be incredibly safe, absolutely, and distance ourselves when we come back. It's a holiday.
Distancing,
tradition.
wash your hands,
Absolutely.
don't touch your face, wear your mask for others.
Absolutely.
In fact, that's going to be the thing going forward. I think that I was looking at. I follow this guy. He's an Irish guy who lives in Italy and comments on Brexit, and I watch him. He's called Robespierre. Is his and
The French name.
Robespierre, but he lives in Italy, and I follow him, and he was sort of saying that the in Britain now they're sort of saying herd immunity, sorry. But I think it's going to end up as living with not getting it, I think it's like Ebola or what's the other one, the Black Death, eventually people just sort of says, let's just not go to that village where the Black Death is, and this just started avoiding places to catch it, and that helped. So because it's not such a bad disease for some, then I think that basically just avoiding the risky situations is the way forward. And eventually, when we all do that and the numbers come down, then we don't have to wear masks in unserious situations like walking down the street. But if somebody's coming towards you and they're going to be within 2 meters of you, either avoid them or stick your mask on or whatever. So I think we'll end up with something like that. So that's cool. Don't want to get political there. Buy online, lol. Decathlon shops in the UK as well. Best leave our chat GS friend me on Facebook. Best leave our chat. Okay, yeah. Oh, GS. Oh, Gordon. Okay, they're still talking about stuff. Gentleman 4 says, saw you in the MacMaster and now subscribe to you too. Hi from Swansea. Gentleman 4, thank you very, very much. Let me know what your real name is if you want, because I like interacting with real people. And but you don't have to put it on here. You can go to my website, timothydowd.com, go to the contact button. Did I press the button? No, I didn't. There you go. And you can press the contact button and you just say, hi, I'm Gentleman 4. My real name is Tarquin Flimbin Flimmy Fatang Ole Biscuit Barrel. There you go. So Gordon's still talking. Spot on, Tim. Thank you very much. Sadly, midway 2001 was the 9/11 thing. 9/11. Oh. Let's go into conspiracy theory mode. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is conspiracy theory mode. I think that 9/11, they didn't land on the moon. Back to... What happened there? Oh, we're back here, okay. And we do this, and we're back to Ian alone. So Ian, you're back online, you're alone online now. Is there anything you want to say or anybody you want to say hi to?
Oh, goodness me, to everybody back in the UK. I'm not gloating being here. It's absolutely gorgeous out here, and I hope you can all get here as soon as you feel it's safe to come over here. It's just a joy being here. I am so privileged. It's a great island, and it's lovely to meet you too, finally.
Thank you very much.
You've kept us going through lockdown. It really has been a joy with you and MacMaster, Andrew as well, and all the Daniel and Dania and Laura. It's been absolutely wonderful. You're like all new friends, so thank you for keeping us going. It's been really good. Thank you.
Ian, thank you so much for coming today, and thank you for your wonderful thoughts about Christina.
It's okay.
and we'll keep in touch, obviously.
Absolutely.
We'll keep in touch.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, we're getting up to 56 minutes now, so we're gonna close out in a minute. But what I want to do is I want to show you the cooking thing, because people said they like more cooking stuff. So what it is, I put together a little bit of how I did the ribs, and if the ribs were Sunday. So if you do follow me on Facebook, which is LWMST, then you'll have seen the food pictures that I put up. And don't forget, if you're not subscribed to us on YouTube, then press the subscribe button. You can click the little bell for notifications, or not. I mean, if you just want to subscribe and then say, nah, I'll decide when I want to watch Tim and Christina, then you can do that too. So that's not a problem, not a problem. Pressing the little bell helps you, it doesn't help me. I mean, it does help me because then you get to see everything, but it doesn't promote the channel more pressing the little bell. It's just for you, that, guys. So where are we? Here we go. I bought about 2.7 kilos of ribs, and these are beef ribs. And normally I'll ask them to do it a little bit thicker, but I got the thin versions. So these are the standard versions you're going to get if you ask for costillos. And I cut them into lengths that fit in my pan, which is this long pan here. And then all you do is you stick a little bit of oil in the pan and you brown them. So you'll salt and pepper them and then brown them in the pan. There's no sound on this, so I'll do the sish. So just sish them on both sides. Don't crowd the pan. And once they're browned, then we'll carry on. There was one part of this recipe that I thought I'd film but didn't, and unfortunately it was the most important bit. Well, there's me turning over the costillos. Now, as you can see, there's bones in the bottom and meat on the top, and these were quite lean actually, and sometimes you get some really fatty ones, and to tell you the truth, the fatty ones are a lot more tasty. So I don't expect you to eat this every day, but do eat it once in a lifetime because it is a fantastic meal. Now what you do, you take a bulb of garlic, not a clove, a bulb of garlic, cut it in half, and then the bits that sort of like all stuck together, you can take that and just stick it in the pan, and the others you can either put in a plastic bag in the freezer or in the fridge, or what I do is I just chuck it in the food. You know, it makes the food a little bit more salty tasting, but I think it's perfect. So I take the meats out after it's browned, and I stick in the rest of the ingredients. Now the next bit which I'm missing is, you can see it's a little bit burnt on the bottom there, but that's good because that gives you the brown flavour of the sauce. Now the bit I missed here is that I put in a whole bottle of wine and the garlic. I'll tell you in sequence. First of all, I put in the garlic, and then I put in I put in the tomato puree, then I put in the garlic, then I put in a whole bottle of wine, and then I put the meat back in. So that's what you want to do. Now, it might seem a bit daft, but after you brown the meat, but now you have to reduce this liquid by half, and I really do mean by half. It'll take 25 to 30 minutes on a medium heat. Don't do it too much because it builds flavor. So what I do is I boil the meat for a long time, then take it out and just reduce it, put it back in, and then put 2 layers of foil on top. And it doesn't matter which way around the foil goes, it really doesn't. The reason that foil has got a shiny side and a dull side is based on the process of making it, and that the machine will actually make a dull side and a shiny side by accident, so it doesn't actually mean anything. So for those of you who say the shiny side's outwards or the dull side's outwards, when they're actually making this aluminium foil, or for our American friends, aluminum foil, or for those people who like brand names Alcan, and those American friends that like brand names Reynolds Wrap, that's their Alcan. Yeah, so there's no difference, but you got to do it tight and then stick it in a 180 degree oven for, I think it's an hour and a half. I do an hour and a half with power, and then I just turn it off and let it go cold. So basically the rest hits, as they say in German. The rest of the heat will actually carry on slow cooking this stuff. And when you take it out, you can thicken up the sauce, serve it with some greens, and that is the best meat that you can buy. I'm telling you, with such a view. Ladles and jelly spoons. This is fantastic. We're over the hour, so if I do get cut off immediately, I do apologize. I'm just going to go back to the comments for now. I'd like to thank Eleanor and Brian for their comments and their wonderful donation. Hi all, very informative as always. Tim and Christina is glowing as always with her lovely smile. Here's a wee donation towards your channel. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. And Firefly Robert says, you're a font of knowledge, Tim. I am a font of knowledge. There you go. I'll just go back to see what people have said about the food. Okay, 2 weeks, 2000. Spot on, Tim. Different channel. Everyone shares microphones and you sit and watch. You interact. Brilliant. Thank you, Roy. Gordon says, oh, Gordon's having a chat there. Steve Wilcox. Spot on, Tim. We lived with Legionnaires. It was bad, but I had to live with it. Exactly. Ron, I just got your email. Wendy, I just got your email. Kung Flu will fizzle out eventually, but remain endemic. And Ian Wood says, can you say hi to Ruben, my grandson? He thinks your hat cam is funny. Ruben, I've actually got my hat cam here now. So I'm actually going to take a picture of you, Ruben. Look in the camera. Okay, Ruben. So you're on TV now. You're not really. But you've got me talking about you on the thing. We're an hour and 3 minutes. We've got to finish. Firefly, okay. Is COVID rife in Tenerife? Steve Farter. Steve, the Tenerife does have a lot in the north. Well, not in the north, in the capital and La Laguna, but the rest of the island is like less than, well, just over 1% of the population have got it, and that's not including the what's it called there, the visitors. Dark now in Glasgow. Ian, glad you're having a smashing time, says Dave H.A., who used to live in the village, I believe. Gordon Swire, got to go in a mo, tacked up for duty. Gordon, thanks a lot. Let me know when you get here. Hi from Belfast, Stephen Fain. It's very safe in Tenerife, says Roger Channing. Lynn Taylor, hi Tim and Christina, both well. Place that lovely where you are having a drink. Basically, this is the Rosa Centre, the new shopping centre in Playa Paraíso, and it's on the top floor where all the restaurants are. I'm drooling, says Firefly. Oh, that was good. Love watching your shows. We found you by the Macmaster, but subscribe to you from Nathan and Amanda. Nathan and Amanda, thank you for joining us. Roger Channing says, I'm going to have a go at that recipe on Sunday. If you can get it in Britain, because they usually cut it the other way. They usually cut it along the rib. It's beef rib, tips basically. But I recommend you get them about 2 inches thick, whereas here you get them half an inch thick. So they're better done 2 inches thick in England. Eleanor and Brian, thank you very, very much for the donation. Very informative as always. Timmy and Christina glowing as always with a lovely smile. Wee donation. We've done that. And Brian Wilmax, thank you very much for your donation too. Everything helps. We really do appreciate everything you do to us, guys. Many thanks to the two of you for keeping us informed, says Steve VW34. Liam Thornhill, got back from Tenerife today, felt safer there than we did at home. I'm serious, it is really. We've done it right here somehow. Best regards to both of you from Brian Wilmax. Claire Johnson, food looks delicious, I'll try that soon. Stefan, tell us all more about Christina's wheelchair. I tell you what I'll do. If you look, about a week ago, I did one called Wheelchair Bonanza, where we actually featured the 3 wheelchairs that Christina has. But next week we'll do a special where I'll go around and show you Christina's wheelchairs. Well, now they're getting pretty old now, aren't they, and decrepit. So I'll have to clean them and fix them before I show you that. Gotta go, says Emil. Catch you again. Stefan and Heather McCarthy from West Cork in Ireland. You are the last person that I'm reading out today. Anybody who comments after that, I do apologise. I will read it later. I cannot reply to the live chats, but I can reply to the comments that you give us online. So if you missed it in the live chat or you asked something I didn't answer it and you want to ask it again, wait till this video sort of like regurgitates itself, and then stick it in the comments. Or you can go to timothydow.com, contact me directly using the contact formula, and yeah, what can I say? We love you guys. I'm going to say cheers to you. I'm going to say cheers to Christina.
Cheers.
We're going to say cheers to Ian. We're going to swing round to him very quickly.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you all, and cheers to you all at home as well.
There you go. Back to us now. And because Christina's got a mouthful of drink now,
We say goodbye.
I can say this is Tim.
Thank you, Stephen.
And
Ian.
for Living with MS in Tenerife at the Rosa Centre in Playa Paraíso, signing off. Bye, guys.